What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back again with yet another little tip and trick video here for you guys today. Like I said in the previous video, don't really want to do gun reviews all that often because they do take up a little bit of time. So today we're just going to be doing a part 2 Save the Midcaps. So for those of you guys who did tune in for the first part of the Save the Midcaps, such as this video right here, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. However, there was a couple of details we forgot to speak about in the first one. Not too big of a deal because obviously now that gives us opportunity now to do here, as you guys see, a Save the Midcaps part 2. So that being said, for those of you guys who didn't see the first one, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check it out so you can catch up on that video. It is in the channel, but I'll leave the link down there for you guys anyway. So anyway, jumping straight into this one. So this is something that came up quite recently in the store over the last couple of weeks, with customers are now having to replace mags because of this particular issue. So I'm going to be here to show you guys how to sort of avoid this. So this is a pretty much self-explanatory sort of part of this. So yeah, if you don't know, it's not too big of a deal, but I'm pretty sure majority of you guys will know, and that is obviously leaving your magazines like this is a terrible idea, because obviously this is fully loaded, which means that your spring is completely, or not completely compressed, but it is fully loaded, so the spring is sitting under tension, which obviously over extended periods of time the spring is going to lose its springiness. The word still escapes me to this day. So anyway, let's not get into that. It's not that big of a deal. So anyway, like I said, this is not the way you want to store your mid-cap mags, and this obviously carries on to pretty much any other airsoft mag out there, whether it be a pistol mag, AK mag, mid-cap mag, low cap, high cap. Well, the high cap is a little bit more forgiving, but mid-caps, anything that uses a spring as its form of propulsion, you don't want to leave your mags loaded. Even this here, which is pretty much only halfway, in fact it's ever so slightly less than halfway, still not a good idea. You want your magazines to look like this when in storage. So for those of you guys, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Let's just give it a try. Let's get it nice and close to the camera. Okay, so you guys can see that channel there. I know you can because I can see that channel. So that's kind of how you want your midcaps to stay in storage. Completely empty, null and void of pretty much any BBs. Your springs are sitting in the open position, which means they're not over compressed and they're not building up a memory. So basically, very simple, the simplest and easiest way to put it is, guys, when you are done for the day, take out your mags, have a look at them. Obviously not all mags are transparent. Some of you guys are running black mags or painted mags and that sort of thing, so you can't see your ammo count. It's really not that big of a deal. All you got to do is just, you see this little tab over there, just into your bag of BBs or your bucket, whatever the case may be. There we go, 1 times empty mag. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this one as well, same time. Very simple. Just make sure that your mags are nice and empty, completely left null and void of BBs, and you're not going to have an issue. However, that being said, if you guys have already got to this point where your mags have reached this point where they're not actually feeding properly and your springs are compressed, it's not that big of a deal. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy a whole new set of mags just yet. With the Aries mags, it's pretty simple, but obviously this principle does carry over to pretty much any other mags. If you are using the GR16 range mags, or the GR range of mags from G&G, it's ever so slightly different, where the inner core of the magazine, which would obviously be this part here, the channel with your BBs and your spring, is completely separate to the outer casing of the magazine. In the Aries mag, it's not like that. It's one complete piece, so you're not going to have too much to worry about, but very simple. Just remove that plug from the bottom and your spring will shoot out. And obviously I'm not going to take the whole damn thing out because trying to get it back in, it's not that difficult. It's more tedious than anything else, and if I have to do that on camera, it's going to be a disaster. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that now, but nevertheless, so basically all you want to do is just pull your spring out. It will come all the way out with your follower, everything there, and basically just stretch your spring in little increments, just a little bit, like so. Just not too much, not too little, just a little bit, put it back inside your mag, and that should pretty much take away your feeding issue. Like I said, the G&G GR series mags, they are slightly different, but they work on the same principle, and this same principle pretty much applies to any other mid-cap magazine out there or any other spring propelled magazine. You can do this. It will extend the life of your mags, and obviously, of course, if you have to avoid going out and buying a whole new set of mags and ending up with a whole bunch of these lying in a cupboard somewhere in a box full of broken dreams, why the hell not? So yeah, that being said, guys, that pretty much concludes this video. I hope it's giving you guys another way just to keep your midcaps lasting just that much longer, and obviously keep them feeding a bit better, or feeding at all. So yeah, that being said, guys, like I said, this video is now coming to a close. So as always, stay tuned for our next videos. And obviously hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and obviously of course get down there in the comments and let us know what it is that you guys want to see on the channel, so that we know what sort of content to bring out for you guys. Obviously we will continue with our schedule as such, but we are open to suggestions. So anything that you guys can think of, anything that you guys want to see on the channel, leave it down there in the comments below. I guarantee we will get to it. So as always guys, that being said, thanks for watching. I'm Section, stay classy, and above all, call those hits, and we'll see you guys in the next video.